Hello, this is Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Television. The program is Back to Farm. My name is Joshua Ishaya. Do you want to grow mushrooms? There are plenty of reasons to do so. Mushrooms are a good cash crop. They are rather easy to grow and are brilliant with protein, B vitamins and minerals. They even have medicinal properties. Time between spawning and harvesting can be as short as 3 weeks. Furthermore, after the cultivation, you can still use the substrate as a good soil conditioner. This episode of the program Back to Farm gives you a detailed information on the cultivation of oyster, shiitake and wood air mushrooms. Although many other types of mushrooms can be grown, rest assured that on Back to Farm, we have chosen the ones that can easily be cultivated in developing countries using appropriate technology. Take a look.
Agriculture will continue to be the main strength of Nigeria's economy. With the variety of agricultural crops grown today, we have achieved food security by producing about 240 million tons of food grains. However, our struggle to achieve nutritional security is still on. In future, the ever-increasing depleting agricultural land changes in environment, water shortage and need for quality food product at competitive rate are going to be the vital issues, and secondary agricultural vocations are going to occupy a prominent place. Fill the void quality of food requirements. The demand for quality food and novel product is increasing with changes in lifestyle and income. To meet these challenges and to provide food and nutritional security to our people, it is important to diversify the agricultural activities in areas like horticulture. Diversification in any farming system imparts sustainability. Mushrooms are one of such components that not only imparts diversification but also help in addressing the problems of quality food, health and environmental sustainability. The present century is going to be a century of functional food. Synthetic chemicals and mushroom cultivation fits very well into this category and is going to be an important vocation. Mushroom represent microbial technology that recycles agricultural residues into food and manure. It is a solid-state fermentation system in which crop residues are converted into valuable food rich in microbial proteins. These are important sources of quality proteins, minerals, and various novel components of medical value. Do not compare for land and have very high productivity per unit and area and time. These are considered to be the highest protein per unit area and time due to utilization of vertical space and short crop cycle. Due to their cultivation under controlled conditions, the water requirement is less than any other crop grown in the field and has all the potentials of being a major crop in coming years. Mushroom farming today is being practiced in more than 100 countries and its production is increasing at an annual rate of 6-7 in some developed countries of Europe and America. Mushroom farming has attained the status of a high-tech industry with very high level of mechanization and automation. China leads in mushroom production, and China alone is reported to grow more than 20 different types of mushrooms at commercial scale. And mushroom cultivation has become China's sixth largest industry. The USA is the second largest producer of mushrooms, sharing 16% of the world output. Presently, three geographical regions, Europe, America, and East Asia, contribute to about 96% of world mushroom production. With the rise in the income level, the demand of mushroom at very low cost, with the help of seasonal growing states subsidize and capturing the potential markets in the world will protect mushroom at cost not remunerative to the growers and other mushroom production. Commercial production of edible mushroom represents unique exploitation of the microbial technology for the bioconversion of agricultural industry, forestry and household waste into nutrition and proteinous food. Our country can emerge as a major player in mushroom production. Integrated mushroom cultivation existing farming system will not only implement the income of the farmers but also will promote proper recycling of agro residues, thereby improving soil health and providing organic agriculture. In Nigeria, mushroom research started in 1960s and the cultivation picked up in 1970s and new varieties were evolved in bottom and oyster mushroom during 1980s and 1990s. Since the year 2000, our country is progressing keeping in pace with global growth by developing technologies for cultivation of medical mushrooms. Nigeria produces about 600 million tons of agricultural waste per annum, and a major part of it is let out to decompose naturally or burnt in bush. These can effectively be utilized to produce highly nutritive foods such as mushrooms and spent mushroom substrate to be converted into organic manure and vermicompost. Mushrooms are grown seasonally as well as in state-of-art environment, controlled cropping rooms all the year round. In the commercial units, mushroom growing is a highly labor-oriented venture and labor availability is not constrained in the country and two factors, that is availabilities of raw materials and labor make mushroom grow economically, profitably. In India, most scope for intense diversification by cultivation of other edible mushrooms like oysters, shiitake, milky and other medicinal mushrooms are additional opportunities for Nigerian growers. At present, four mushrooms, viz button mushroom, Agaricus biurus, oysters mushroom, Pluto sap, paddy straw mushroom, Volvella sap, and milky mushroom, Colosap indica, have been recommended for round-the-year cultivation in Nigeria. Nigeria produces about 600 million tons of agricultural product, which can profitably be utilized for cultivation of mustard. Currently, we are using 0.4 of these residues for producing around 1.29 lakh tons of mushrooms, of which 85% is bottom mushroom. Nigeria contributes about 3% of the total world bottom mushroom production. Even if we use 1% of the residues for mushroom production, we can produce 3.0 million tons of mushrooms, which will be almost equal to current global bottom mushrooms production. To remain competitive, it will be important to harness science and modern technologies for solving the problems of production and biorex management. Mushroom being an indoor crop, utilizing vertical space offers a solution, shrinking land, and better water utility. Mushrooms have been reported to be capable of transforming agro waste like paddy straw into protein-rich food. Mushrooms contain rich source of carbohydrates, proteins, amino acid, and dietary fiber. Vitamins such as riboflavin, niacin, and pantothenic acid, and the essential minerals selenium, copper, and potassium are abundant in mushrooms. Importance is that mushrooms do not have cholesterol, instead contains ergosterol that act as a precursor for vitamin D synthesis in human body. Mushrooms are believed to help fight against cancer, relieve hypertension, impart protection from heart diseases. Mushroom crop is in fact a boon that can solve several problems like the protein malnutrition, unemployment issues, and environmental pollution. Mushrooms are cultivated indoors and do not require arable land, and mushroom is a short duration crop which with high yield per unit. For small farmers and landless workers, mushroom cultivation is highly suitable for the economic and social security of this group. This high-tech horticulture venture relieves the pressure on arable land because its cultivation is indoor and is also more suited to the women folk. Mushrooms supplement and complement the nutritional deficiencies and are regarded as the highest producers of protein per unit area and almost 100 times more than the conventional agriculture and animal husbandry. At present, in Nigeria, the annual production of mushroom is around 11,000 tons. Bottom mushroom account for 7,500 tons. Oyster mushroom account for 27,000 tons, and milky mushroom contributes for 800 tons. During the past 2 decades, the Mushroom Research and Training Center of the Department of Plant Pathology, Tamil Nadu Agricultural University, made tremendous effort in transfer of mushroom cultivation technology by imparting training by these. It has contributed for the establishment of about 50 spawn producers and 600 oyster mushroom growers, accounting for 78 tons per day. Mushrooms represent microbial technology that recycles agricultural residues into food and manure, a solid-state fermentation system in which crop residues are converted into valuable food rich in microbial protein. These are important sources of quality protein, minerals, and various novel compounds of medicinal value. Do not compare for land and have very high productivity per unit area and time. These are considered to be the highest protein per unit area and time due to utilization of vertical space and short crop cycle due to their cultivation under controlled conditions. The water requirement is less than any other crop grown in the field and has all the potentials of a major crop in coming years. Mushroom farming today is being practiced in more than 100 countries, and the production is increasing at an annual rate of 6 to 7 in some developed countries of Europe and America. Mushroom farming has attained the status of a high-tech industry with which high level of mechanization and automation. China leads in mushroom production, and China alone is reported to grow more than 20 different types of mushrooms at commercial scale. And mushroom cultivation has become China's sixth largest industry. The USA is the second largest producer of mushrooms, sharing 16% of the world output. Presently, three geographical regions, Europe, America, and East Asia, contribute about 96% of the world mushroom production. With the rise in the income level, the demand for mushroom at very low cost, with the health of seasonal growing, states subsidize and capturing the protein markets in the world. The processed mushroom at cost are not remunerative to the growers in other mushroom producing countries. Commercial production of edible mushroom represents unique exploitation of the microbial technology for the bioconversion of the agricultural, industrial, forestry, and household waste into nutrition and potential food. Nigeria can emerge as a major player in mushroom production in wake up of availability of plenty agricultural residues and labor. Now let's go into preparation of farming mushroom. Step 1. Making mushroom compost. Phase 1 composting is initiated by mixing and weighting the ingredients as they are stacked in a rectangular pile with a tight side and a loose center. Normally, the bulk ingredients are put through a compost turner. Water is sprayed into the horse manure or synthetic compost as these materials move through the tuner. Nitrogen supplement and gypsum are spread over the top of the bulk ingredients and are thoroughly mixed by the turner. Once the pile is wetted and formed, aerobic fermentation commences as a result of the growth and production of microorganisms which occur naturally in the bulk ingredients. Heat, ammonia, and carbon dioxide are released as byproducts during the process. The use of forced aeration, where the compost is placed in a concrete floor or in tunnels or bunkers, are aerated by the forced passage of air via a plunger nozzles or spigots located in the floor, has become nearly universal in the mushroom industry. Mushroom compost, developed as a chemical nature of raw ingredients, is converted by the activity of microorganisms, heat, and some heat-releasing chemicals reactions. These events result in a food source most suited for the growth of the mushroom to the exclusion of other fungi and bacteria. There must be adequate moisture, oxygen, nitrogen, and carbohydrate present through the process, or else the process will stop. This is why water and supplement are added periodically and the compost pile is aerated as it moves through the water. The quality of raw material used to make mushrooms compost highly variable and are known as influence compost performance in terms of spawn brown and mushroom yield. The geographical source of wheat straw, the variety winter, and the use of nitrogen fertilizer, plant growth regulator, and fumigicide may affect compost productivity. The wheat straw should be stored under the cover, minimize growth of unwanted and potentially detrimental fungi and bacteria prior to it used to produce compost. The initial compost pile should be 5 to 6 feet wide, 5 to 6 feet high, and as long as necessary. A two-sided box can be used to form the pile trick, although some tinners are equipped with a recap, so a box isn't needed. The sides of the pile should be firm and dense, yet the center must remain loose throughout phase 1 composting as the straw or hay softens during composting. The material becomes less rigid and compaction can easily occur. If the material becomes too compact in the traditional phase, a process air cannot move through the pile and an anaerobic environment will develop the problem of an anaerobic center core in the compost has largely been overcome by using forced aeration. Turning and watering are done approximately 2 to 3 day interval, but not unless the pile is hot. Turning provides the opportunity to water, aerate, and mix the ingredient, as well as it relocates the straw of hay from a cooler to a warmer area in the pile outside versus inside. Now, let's go to the step 2 of farming mushroom. Finishing the compost. There are two major purposes to phase 2 composting. Pasteurization is necessary to kill any insect, nematode, pest fungi, or other pests that may be present in the compost. And second, it is necessary condition to the compost and remove the ammonia that formed during the phase 1 composting. Ammonia at the end of phase 2 in a concentration higher than 0.7% is often inhibitory to mushrooms on growth, thus it must be removed. Generally, a person can smell ammonia when the concentration is above 0.10%. It takes place in one of the three places depending on the type of production system used, but the zone system of growing compost is packed into wooden trays. These trays are stacked 6 to 8 height and are moved into an environmentally controlled phase 2 room. Thereafter, the trays are moved to special rooms designed to provide the optimal environment for each step of the mushroom growing process with a bed or shelf system. The compost is placed directly in the bed, which are in the room used for all steps of crop culture. The most recently introduced system, the box system, is one of which the compost is placed in an uninsulated tunnel with a perforated floor and computer control aeration. The compost are placed in bed trays of bulk should be filled uniformly in depth and density, but compost density should allow the gas exchange since ammonia and carbon dioxide will be replaced by the air.
Many thanks for staying with us on Agricultural Research Council of Nigerian Television. The program is being back to farm. There is decline in income of farmers in traditional agriculture. To ensure that farmers get assured income year after year, there is a need for diversification in agriculture. That is need to cultivate different types of crops. One of those options is to grow mushrooms, which can be grown on straws and other agricultural wastes. Unlike plants, mushroom cultivation is an indoor activity. It is possible to grow mushroom in a particular season under natural condition. It is possible to grow mushrooms throughout the year under controlled condition. And an additional advantage is that very less land is required for growing mushrooms. My name remains Joshua Ishaya. Thanking you for staying through. Bye for now. My name is Joshua Ishaya. Thanking you for staying through. Bye for now.